Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. So a couple things. One, ignore my nails. I have been cleaning and moving furniture, and because my house, if you didn't know, I did a life update, a couple of life updates, but it's still ongoing, still a mess. So my nails are not lasting as long as I want them to. And it's either film during daylight or change out my nail polish. So I'm filming instead. Well, today is a Zara haul. I know that I talk about how I don't have a Zara anywhere close to me, and I really don't. I was traveling. It's been a month. I can't believe a month of school has already gone by. But I was traveling back to start teaching again from my parents' house. On that trip, there's a Zara that's it adds an hour and a half, 2 hours to the drive to do a detour. So I did that because I was like, you know what? There's so much going on. I really want to stop. But I went to Zara. This is the Zara. This is the second time I've been to it. And then my only other experience is the one when I went to Nashville this summer. And oh my gosh, this one, it was crazy to see the difference between the one that was in Nashville and then this one. And I'm not going to say where it is, but because this one was trashed. The difference between the two is striking. And it looked trashed the last time I was there too. And so now I know it's just probably its constant state instead of what a Zara could look like or what it should look like. So the perfume section, they didn't have nearly as much as they did in Nashville. I put some videos up on Instagram of all of the perfumes and stuff they had in Nashville. They did not have that. These shelves were very bare. These shelves were covered in dust, a thick layer of dust, and there's dust, a thick layer of dust on a lot of the perfumes, the boxes themselves. I was like, what is this? And then there was half empty drinks that people had left. There was several half empty drinks that people just set down and just left. It was a little gross. So I went around those. I didn't, luckily they weren't touching the things or anyway, touching the perfumes or anything. But I was just I can't believe people leave their half empty drinks that are just condensating and getting water on the shelves. But maybe that's why it's always trash, because the people there are just not very nice. I don't know. Anyway, I did find some deals. I looked up some of these perfumes because I was trying to find what their notes were, and I noticed that they were marked major clearance on the Zara website. They were marked $7.99, and I was like, I wonder if these are going to ring up $7.99. So I got up there and I asked, and yeah, sure enough, some of them were $7.99. I'm very excited about that. I probably wouldn't have purchased them otherwise, but I got all of these for about $100. There are 6 perfumes in total, and I'm kind of excited about finding 6 perfumes for $100. Now, of course, if you are into Zara perfumes at all, you probably know Coco Peps, and you probably watch her channel. It's fantastic. Her Instagram is fantastic. She's just, she's I don't know. I love her so much. So yes, if you want to know more about Zara and you want somebody who actually is versed and goes and does Zara reviews, she's the channel. She'll be linked down below in case you've been living under a rock and you don't know her. She's fantastic. You'll love her. She's very bubbly, just amazing. So first up, I picked up Gourmand Addict. This is one that I had looked at in Nashville and I was tempted by, but I had kind of shot my wad as it was, so to speak. And I was like, okay, I can't get any more. And I was hoping that they would have one. I did not want a 6 full. This is 6 ounces. This is ridiculous. So this is a gigantic bottle. I don't know why I need such a giant bottle, but here it is. So yeah, 6 ounces. And I think, is this one of the refillable ones? They have yes, I can refill it too if I ever get through it. Anyway, I remember smelling this one in Nashville and I was like, this smells pretty darn good. This one has been kind of haunting me. I put it on my list of ones that I was looking for. I had a whole list of ones that I've heard Coco Peps talk about, or that I've heard Paula Bianca has gotten a few of them as well. And I was looking for those, and this is I didn't find all of those. There's a couple more that I want to order, but I hate ordering online because I had my sample sizes broken when I ordered from Zara before, and it was just too much hassle to like get them replaced or anything. This is definitely a gourmand. It is sweet but kind of warm, and it's really delicious. So if you like Juicy Couture, Viva La Juicy, if you like, what are some of the other ones that have like a similar vein? My brain is seriously like fritzing right now. I'm trying to remember. I know this smells familiar, but I just can't place. You know, it has kind of almost a sweet nuttiness to it, in the vein of like a Valentino Donna Aqua or LA Stop Girl Now. Kind of that, but it's not a nutty fragrance to me. It's really, really good. So, Gourmand Addict, definitely recommend it. I wish I had found like one that was half the size, but it wasn't that bad because it's $19.90 for 6 ounces. Massive. So that was the first one I picked up. The second one, they did not have a tester out, and I've heard about this, and I just ended up taking a chance on it. It is Fabulous Sweet, and I was a little confused because I put down Fabulous Cream in my notes. So I was like, is this the same one? And I was trying to look up information as I'm in the store. What you're looking for, you can never find immediately on a phone. At least that's mine. So this is what it looks like. Their bottles are very, very similar in nature across the board for the most part. Nice sprayer. This one is very nice. This has a little bit more of a spiciness to it, but it also feels more sugary sweet, if that makes sense. Like that other one smells more like caramel and nuttiness. This one definitely has more of like a sugar type scent to it. It's really nice. I like the spiciness of it, but it's not like a super spiciness. This is going to be a really good, I feel, fall scent. I just feel like this is going to layer really well. I'm trying to get into layering. I'm very bad at it, but I feel like this would work well with like some of the Bath & Body Works, like Warm Vanilla Wood. No, that's Wicked Vanilla Woods. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, I do like this one too. If you like a sugary type scent, but a sugary spicy scent, that's Fabulous Sweet. This one was $25.90, so this was, I think, the most expensive of all of the perfumes that I got. And like I said, it was the only one that they didn't have any testers out, and so I had to rely on looking at what the notes were listed, and then what my friends had said. And then when I realized that this was, in fact, not Fabulous Cream, but Fabulous Sweet, and that there's another one that's a cream that I wanted, then everything made sense again. One of the ones that I was especially looking for was Tropical Boost, and I was also looking for the third one in the set, and I can't remember the name off the top of my head. So they did Cherry Smoothie, Tropical Boost, and this other one, and I got Cherry Smoothie in Nashville. That was my last haul. I will have that linked up above in case you want to go watch that, or my 2 other Zara hauls that I have done. I did one online. That was a terrible experience. And then the one in store. So I was so excited to get Tropical Boost. I like the packaging on it. And this one was $22.90, just so we're getting some prices. And I should say Tropical Boost and Fabulous Sweet. Oh my gosh. I almost called it Fabulous Cream. Cream again. Brain. These are 3.4 ounces. This one is definitely more of a green. I do feel like this is definitely a summer type scent. But there's like a green fruitiness to it, if that makes sense. It's kind of sweet, but it also has that distinct greenness to it. And but it's very fruity at the same time. It's refreshing. I feel like this would be one that you're in the heaviness of summer. It's really hot. You know, it could be humid out, but it's just like the heat is really invasive. Like this would be something just spritz on. It would be really mood lifting and just kind of like help feel a little cooler. That it's that type of a scent. It's not minty, but it has like that greenness. It's just really, really fresh. I'm very excited that I got it, and I'm still looking for the third one. I'm also looking for Marshmallow Addict. I think that's the other one that I really, really want, and I missed that one, unfortunately. Now the other ones, they only had one Amalfi Sunray, and this was one that was definitely on my list. This one had like some weird signature on it. I don't know if this is just some person there decided to write on it, or if it's somebody of note. I can't really read it. I have no idea what it is. But I was like, I can't believe somebody wrote on the perfume. So this is what it looks like. They did have a tester of this one out, even though this was the only one that they had. This is part of the Joe Loves collection, the original collection that they did, the Emotions. I believe it's Emotions. Yes, Emotions. It says right on the box. And this was one that I was kind of curious about. And since they only had one, I decided to pick it up. And I was expecting to pay the price marked, which is $19.90. No, this running up $7.99. So Amalfi Sunray is obviously being discontinued, which makes me kind of sad because this is just like the small bottle. This is 1.35 ounces. This really reminds me of some of the Tom Ford scents. It's like the Neroli Portofino, I think is what it's called. It kind of reminds me of that, or the Mandarin blah blah blah. They did the lighter versions and then the heavier, like the more concentrated versions, and this smells like the second collection that they did that was less expensive, more affordable. That's what this kind of reminds me of. It would fit in really, really well with that. It's has like, I think it's vetiver that gives me kind of a grassy note, like a dried grass scent, if that makes sense. Like I just think of like tall grass that's dried and then it's like crumbled up. I'm pretty sure that's vetiver. And that's kind of, but there's also some citrus in here. This is definitely could be unisex. It's really nice. I'm glad that I got this one because this is the first Joe Loves collection that I've gotten. Well, of the original. I have her children's Emotions line. I have, the hip hop red apple and the rose marshmallow candy. Oh, that one's good. And then the cherry watermelon ice. I have those, but I didn't have any of this set. And so I'm glad that I have this one. I like it. I'm getting the citrus a little bit more as it's going, but I still get that like dry, grassy quality. And I do enjoy it, but I have to be in the mood for it. That's for sure. So yeah, that's Amalfi Sunray. And I saw this one and they only had one of this, and this was Cerise Peonies. And I was like, okay. And I was like, $45.90. That sounds like a lot. I was looking up the notes and I was like, okay, this sounds like something I would like. Once again, no testers of these. So this says the magic of floating flower blooms rushing by, carrying its precious scent cargo, an absolute delight. This was the Zara Blossoms collection. It is also by Joe Loves. And this is what it looks like. So kind of somewhere in between the other two sets of perfumes in terms of packaging. This one is very pretty. This is very, very light. This is definitely in the Joe Malone type range for me. Just something very light, very pretty, very, very pretty. I don't think this is going to last long on the skin. I will say that. Definitely get the peony. This is not as sweet as the brand new Miss Dior that's like the 2021. That has a much sweeter peony to me. But I think this one is really nice, and I'm very, very happy that I picked this one up. I'm happy that I picked this one up because I think it's a pretty scent. But also I was really nervous because this said $45.90, and I was like, they only had one of it, and I was like, oh, I think I'm really gonna like this based on the notes. And then when I looked it up, it was showing on the website completely sold out, obviously. $7.99. It rang up $7.99. So this is a 3.04 full ounce for $7.99. I'm ecstatic about that because this is a really nice one, and I was very, very happy to have found it for $7.99. Which leads me to the last scent, which is also in the Zara Blossoms. This one's number one. This one was number 2 in the Zara Blossom set. This is also by Joe Loves. And this is White Flower Posy. This was also $45.90. And this one, let me read it. The Magic of Floating Flower Blooms Rush. Oh, that's the same thing. I don't need two of the same card. So this is what it looks like. Very similar packaging. This one also rang up $7.99. They had several of these at the store. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get the one that they only have one of. But then when it rang up $7.99, I was like, hang on one second. And I ran, because they're right in front of the register. So you can very easily, while they're trying to ring up. They struggle with ringing up the perfumes for some reason. It's very odd. Zara has barcodes, but they don't seem to use them. They have like little sensors in there that tell them the price. So then if those don't work or they can't find them within the box, they struggle. And it's not the most efficient checkout process. Anyway, so while they were doing that, I went and grabbed this one because I thought, you know what, this one's got to be $7.99 too. And if it's not, I'm just, I'm not going to get it because I don't have $45 for this one. This one, I really like this one too. It is very light. I feel like this is even lighter than the Peonies one. I'm going to spray some more. And I do get alcohol the first little bit, more so than with other perfumes. But yeah, this is just really like a light floral perfume. This is just so light, very florally, but it's not like a heavy jasmine. So jasmine is the main white note in here, but it's not like, to me, like when I think of jasmine, like my favorite jasmine perfume is Alien, and it's not at all like Alien is intense. This is not like that at all. It's just really, really light, a bit green and a bit powdery in there too. So if you don't like kind of a green type of scent, you probably wouldn't like this, but for $7.99, I'm very happy to have picked it up. So that's it for my Zara haul. Probably won't get a chance to get into a Zara anytime soon. I may or may not, depending on like how my life is when I'm traveling to my parents for the holidays or traveling back. If I have enough time, I might do that detour either on the way there or the way back, but I'm not sure at this point if I will do that. So it might be, next June before I get into a Zara. So let me know if there are any fragrances that you think are blind buy worthy that you feel like are just really, really good. I do have Peony and Hibiscus on my list, both of those. And last I checked, they were still available. And I also want to get, I think it's Golden Lullaby by Joe Loves Emotions. I feel like that's another one that I'm fairly certain, looking at the notes, that I want to get it. I need to be paying more attention though, because if they do any more marshmallow, I know I want it. I'm obsessed with marshmallow fragrances, and that's not going to be changing anytime soon. So let me know what fragrances you have from Zara. If you've tried any of these, what fragrances you recommend. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time. Bye.